I guess we all know what this means, is it's time for Gargoyles. It's time for the Gargoyles teams, and it's gonna be pretty much the same main core crew. Although, what I might do, I definitely want to run Goliath. I love Goliath. And then for the students, I have like really leveled up my Goliath, so that's why I'm definitely going to be going him. If you really needed to, you could go Miguel and use him for the heals. He would probably do quite well in here as well, and even I think Wendy does really well with the assists, so if you want to replace them and have a maximized team, like Wendy does amazing. But since there's no more Miss Incredible lead, we are going to drop back to having a Cauldron and try and get some of those back. Having the defense lead from Goliath should help a whole lot as well. Getting a whole bunch of defense for the Downtown Heroes, which is nearly all of them. And then you're going to get the extra support from Xanatos. Get Xanatos summoning the other little Goliath robots, Gargoyle robots. So there's going to be a whole lot of support here. Alright. So I'm just going to go straight. These things, the blue ones are the ones you always going to want to get out first. And then, as soon as you can, get some of these guys out, get a taunt going, and then you're going to be fine. I'm just going to slowly chip away at these. Just going to go basic, get dash to charge up. And I'm just going to go slowly here. Get some defense going. Easy mode, dude. I mean, this is the nicest way, but you have everything in game. That's correct. I do. I agree. It's not easy for players who haven't been playing before launch. That is correct. And the opportunity to get the top class reward. There are people who I've talked to today who are finding them annoying with the later nodes. Yes, well, I agree, and I agree with the later nodes. With the Winnie the Pooh and things like that. But what I was meaning easy mode is all of these earlier ones were just requiring like having dash and everything. This is what I mean about him being on early mode. Anyone who's been playing for quite a while, or anyone who's been playing for a little while, can have the potential to be focused and be farming dash, because you need him for CE as well. And he isn't dash and Mr. Incredible, or even one of the most viable in PvP as well. It's like they're letting you use some of the best characters who can do like what we've been showing, just dashing around and destroying things. So with that being said, that is easy mode. In the like, as I reference it to being like Ascension was even like that. So Ascension, the only difficulty is on the second stage of Ascension modes, we had like all those Toy Story ones that were at the time locked behind events as well. Lotso was locked behind event at the time of Ascension release. You had all these, like all those kind of things were still happening, and that was the difficulty. The difficulty was unlocking and gearing the characters, and that's going to be the same. That is going to be the same with this. And I've got no other. I don't expect any less. But that is just how the way Blue have designed these things. Now I want to go and try and get some hits on here. And now I'm just gonna bulk up the team. Get some basics going. Now in saying that, the difficulty of having things locked behind Winnie the Pooh and Mike and Buzz Lightyear, at least like say for quite a lot of those, the events now have been around for quite some time. Ooh. Oh, that hits hard. going to be careful with that. Whoa, 190k damage. Whoa. That's wild. Alright, I'm going to have to be careful with that. And Goliath could fall right here. I'm going to summon some more of these, get some more taunts out, because they are not going to be surviving if I don't. I want to try and stun. I said try. Try and stun. Alright. Let's get rid of some of those. And then hopefully now, got some more. I'm going to need to watch out for that queen though, and I need, here we go, targets that here in the background, get the double assists, and I want to go for queen. Done. That was a little bit more challenging. Like the amount of damage that the queen summons come in, that is going to be difficult to 3-star for a lot. That is going to be amazing. I prefer Demona after Goliath when possible, because my Goliath is like great. Yeah, and that's fair enough. And do you know what? Like Goliath, I only like Goliath because I love Goliath. But for a lot of people, Demona and Xanatos are going to be the go, because you've already got them geared up and ready for the Goliath tower, and you already should have them ready and up for all of the Gargoyles damage contests that we've been having. Like, if you don't have them up for all these things, you have been personally missing out on a ton of rewards by choice. If you don't have those up. Alright. Someone's gonna get mad at you doing the free-to-play grind like that for 3 years. Yeah. It happens. It happens, man. Definitely people do get angry like that. They keep featuring them in Showdown and fairly cheap gem tokens, yep. And something like this is gonna have to happen. Yeah, so they do. Glue starts pushing and showing things towards going in and getting they start pushing things and selling things that they're going to be having. So if you start focusing on those things and picking out good deals when you can, then you can get ahead early. Lightyear had only been in one showdown once. Agree. That's correct as well. I was actually surprised, since we're on the topic of this, I was actually surprised. I'm going to jump into this next battle. Snow White can potentially be a pain, but honestly the 7 dwarfs are not that much of a pain, although Merida in there can be. So Snow White is going to be the big pain in this one. But in saying that, like, they dropped like Lily and Frank in like the second season of Showdowns, and it was like, whoa, what are you doing? That's gonna be horrible. And it was, and we thought they were gonna do that for every kind of new character going forward, and it kind of made sense. Like, they're gonna incentivize people to buy new characters to do well in these new modes, or to give a reward for those who do buy them to do well in these new modes. But then they haven't really done that with lots of these other ones. Yes, we've got Pooh and a few of the other ones in Showdowns, but outside of that, we haven't had it like for Linguini. We haven't had it for Buzz and things as much as I thought we would have. And we're only now getting like the power lines in the last couple. So it's interesting. It's interesting seeing the way that Blue are doing things and how they're choosing to do it. I'm going to get a Taunty Taunt over here. And I'm just going to go get some basics out. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to try and save up my big dash for when I need it. So I'm just going to shield up the team here. And then we're going to go just small attacks. Because, especially while these hyenas don't do much, I would rather... I'm just going to build up shields. And then build all my MP back up. So attack. And this is going to be the best way to start preparing. So here I want to stun Merida. Ooh. I should have honestly taunted on that other one right there, instead of going for like the second stun. that was my mistake. But I'll get the purge on it anyway. And here, let's see if we can get a blind. No blind. But Merida without princesses still isn't as difficult as she once has been. So there is that. I've got 10 stacks. So what I could do, I'm just going to go, we're just going to basic our way. This is how I do. If I was being very conservative, I would honestly be playing like this. I'll just basic my way through everything. I want to try and get out Merida though. And then we're just going to try and stock up and protect everyone for the last stage and get everyone's abilities all ready. So I'm just going to take out the snake so we can have less damage done. I am going to taunt on one of these ones this time. Ooh, got some damage. We've got to get my spells charged as well though, which is nice. So here, I'm going to basic here, and then I want to taunt on this other side. So it should be this thingy's turn next. So I'm going to drop the speed boost. Ah, no, now for the slow miners. I'm going to taunt over here now, and now I'm going to just work our way around. I'm going to zap snow, try and get snow out of it as soon as I can. Because honestly, no one likes... Get out of here, snow. Alright. With the taking out of these things, hopefully that should boost Xanatos' speed meter as well. Thank you, Goliath. All because this is what another reason why I love Goliath. Like, Goliath's so amazing. Oh, she didn't even go. So they took out Alice's revive, and they also took out Snow's stasis for these modes. It's like even things like that, what would have made this really, really difficult, they have now gone and like taken out the difficult parts of it, which is interesting. It's like it's kind of baffling. It's like, wow. So now all I need to do is deal with his miners and Tiana and her pop. Interesting. So like now, like I'm gonna be locked out of them just boosting around for a little bit. But it's all gonna be like just down to that one last little few turns, and then I should be fine after this. After you survive the little onslaught and you actually can get some turns. Now is gonna be get my turn back, drop the MP, get everyone else some turns. And it's just going to be like dealing with the miners being a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to go and basic here. Because I've got blind, I'm just going to basic here because I know I'm going to get double hits. Now that I don't have blinds, I am actually... I kind of want to clear evades. I've got a chance either basic on one of these guys with defense down, so I can attack twice to give Goliath 2 chances at proccing his attack. So I want to do that. Normally, I would probably go for the... I'm going to go for... Get my crits up. And I'm just going to go and AoE as soon as I can after this. Just take out one dwarf at a time is what it's going to be. I kind of don't want Tiana's pot going. But... it's still not the worst thing, even if it does. I just want Goliath to hopefully get some protection. Oh, there we go. That kind of solved my issue. So here, now I go and get the offense downs around. That's all I wanted with him. Oh, defense downs, not offense downs. And then do some more damage. And now also, if Goliath goes back and retaliates, now at least he will double attack anything and should be able to wiping them out. So it's just getting through that initial stage, and then once you've got through that initial stage, now is just going to be the easy mode active again. So still difficult, but still like dash makes things easier. If you were to use Wendy, instead of say Ian, that would also make things easier because you can get offense ups. You can get offense ups placed onto Dash and get him, forcing him to attack more, which is going to force him to get more turn meter to get more turns like this. So you have Violet and Wendy doing that. You can just force him to get more turns over and over, whereas Ian's just kind of there to provide a little bit of one-shot damage, whereas if you're a one-trick pony, you can just force feed Violet and Wendy, Dash with Violet and Wendy, and just make him get more damage with offense up, more turns. So there is that option too, which I suppose I can potentially show you in this next one. So let's jump into here. That was the miners, Snow White miners definitely do make things a long battle. So here, let me show you what I mean about that last little strategy. I'm going to replace Ian. We're going to replace Ian with Wendy. And we'll show you how this strategy would work. Alright. So, having a little bit of a laggy lag spike. But, yet again, it's not the end of the world. Or maybe it is. Maybe Inferno is the world ending. Possibly. Possibly it could be. Alright, if this is the end, then it is the end. We'll see if it's going to load. I'll give it another little while, and if it doesn't, I guess I'll just have to show you on the next time. Come on. Load, Louie Lou. It's still loading the music, which is good, but it's freaking out on other things. So looks like we're going to be ending it there.